the 16th of May, 2026. And we have Mr. Joseph here again with us from Fermo, Italy. So Joe has a little story to tell us about our tour detour today. Go ahead.
Uh, you want me to start? Today's the
Yeah.
16th, May 16th.
Yep.
Next
Sure
month is
is.
your birthday, June 16th.
I know.
Well,
No.
we are going to be doing this inside. How much time do we have, Naomi?
As much time as you need.
Oh, an hour and a half, 2 hours, okay?
Yeah, 4 hours, whatever, right?
I'm inside because our original plan of being in the city center in Fermo, which is a Italian medieval city, a hilltop medieval city in the center of Italy. It's directly across from Rome. So I'm on the east coast on the Adriatic Sea, where Rome is on the west coast on the Mediterranean Sea. And we planned on being in the city center today, and it was going to be so exciting. We had this little walking tour prepared, but there's a major storm, wind, and Italy is so dramatic in everything, even in their storms. The winds are strong. The when it rains, it's powerful. And right now, you'd never believe me, but the sun is shining, it's raining, the wind is blowing, and I could see about 100 miles away where that other rainstorm is coming. So all that to
That's
say is
crazy.
we weren't able to be in the city center today, but even with that, they're having their famous annual bike race today, and it ends in the cathedral, the huge Duomo or cathedral, and there's a huge park. There's it's just absolutely incredible, and it's the highest point. Most city centers in Italy are at the highest point, and every city in Italy has a city center with a piazza or a plaza, excuse me, and piazza in Italian. This is called Piazza del Popolo, the People's Plaza. And in every Italian city has the church in the city center. And so we were going to walk up there and be in the piazza, and I was going to show you the different places. We were going to walk down a little street. But because the race ends in the Duomo, they've blocked off all the streets and there's no parking. So
Yeah.
even the people who live in the city center they've moved down and they've parked down below, so there's no parking whatsoever. And I
That's
thought, well,
funny.
I could walk there and we could be there in 45 minutes or 30 minutes or so. But with the temperature or the weather being so bad, we decided to recast. We'll go to another day. And I'm here
And see,
in
yeah, yeah.
oh,
I'm sorry.
it's amazing, the Fermo.
Yeah,
And
but what's funny
even
though is because even though the devil tries to steal one day, right? Tomorrow you're taking us to an even better place. Hello, Veronica. Nice to see you.
yes,
Sorry, it's
tomorrow
hard to interrupt, but yeah,
no, I understand.
yeah.
Tomorrow, my fidanzata, which is fiance in um, Italy, her name is Caterina. I call her Kitty because short for Caterina here is Kate. And so I changed it to Kitty, hello Kitty, and I have a lot of fun with her. And
And she
actually, I don't
doesn't
know
know
if
what
you
a
get,
kitty is, so yeah.
well, my cat just arrived at the window and is probably wanting to get in right
Because you're
now.
saying,
Um,
because you're saying, hey, kitty, right? He's wanting out now.
yeah, so now my cat wants
That's
in.
funny.
So
Oh,
tomorrow, she had
which one,
planned,
Bella or Onyx?
this is Belly.
Or Belly.
See, Onyx is the black cat, and he's
Yeah.
hunting something as we speak, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So Katerina has
Hello,
made
Veronica.
reservations to eat in a city called Numana. And Numana is beautiful. Numana is a seaport city. It's about a half hour from here, up on the hill. And we'll be able to, after lunch, while those two are talking, her mom and Katerina are together, I'll take a little tour with you and your folks, and we'll discover Numana. And it's just absolutely fascinating. Oh, there's a port.
Now, what about the restaurant? Is it the same as type of restaurants we have here, or is it like on a smaller scale, grander scale, or how do those work?
This is an official restaurant. So in Italy, they'll have an osteria or a trattoria, and those
Okay,
are
I've heard that
smaller.
word. Okay.
And those are smaller restaurants. A restaurant in Italy is going to be mainly dinner, and it's
Okay.
going to be more expensive. They'll be open probably on Sunday only for lunch and not have that Sunday night dinner. But restaurants are a little bit nicer. And there's many, many Michelin restaurants in this area. And I don't know if tomorrow is a
Will
Michelin.
they
I don't
sell
think
tires?
tomorrow's.
Do they sell tires
Yeah.
there at the Michelin?
Yeah, the Michelin guy will be outside. The Michelin star, I don't think there's, where we're going tomorrow is not Michelin. I don't think so. But
Yeah.
anyway, well, it's on a cliff. And so we'll oversee the world. Directly below is a port where all the boats are, but you can see a couple hundred miles to the north, and we may be able to even see the Riviera di Conero. And they have famous two little white islands down below. They're called Two Sisters, Due Sorelle. And these are rock formations. And this one of my favorite areas, and Numana is my favorite seaport town. So tomorrow afternoon, I'll take you to Numana, and then
And that'll
when you have
be California time around 7 or 8, you said?
AM,
And but it'll be 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. here? Which time?
yes, 7 or depending. 7 is best for me because I'm 9 hours ahead.
Okay, we'll do
So
7.
that'll
We'll
be
do
4
7.
p.m. for me. That's 4 p.m. for me after
Okay.
the lunch and
Okay. Hey, real quick,
cafe
can you
and
take
dolce.
us on a site look out your window what you can see? Where your WhatsApp
My
take you
cat
that
is
far?
now.
Yeah, just to see your
Do
scenery and what you have out there
do I
and why
push
you
my picture and to reverse it? How do I reverse
you
me?
push there's like a little thing that goes arrow this way, arrow this way, and arrow this way, like a circle. If you push that arrow, it'll flip
You
it
see
to where
it?
you're seeing. I still
You
see
see it?
you.
You
There it
do?
goes. Now I see it. Now I see it. Now I see your chair looking across from you. I see your foot with your shoestrings.
Oh, that must be the reflection off the window. You
No,
don't
that's
see
what
the
you're.
cat?
No, you're facing out now. I don't. Is the cat outside? Yeah, I see him in the window. There he is. Oh, little kitty.
Oh,
That's so
my,
pretty. Look, that looks like a picture. Like that's not even real.
like a postcard. Wait till you
Yeah,
see in a couple hours the sun is going to set. If the sun is shining,
yeah.
is it'll set directly ahead from right there. See that little.
Um,
Normally, you could see a mountain peak over there.
yeah.
See, that's the storm that's the new rain that's coming.
But I don't see
And
the trees don't move from the wind, or no? You said it's windy, right?
oh, yeah, well, right now it's not as windy.
Oh, okay, okay.
You can't see the thing moving back and forth,
Because you
the
said
big
peace
tree.
be still, right?
Okay, I will show, oops. We'll do a tour of my villa another
Okay.
time, okay?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, Casa degli Angeli is the tour. And
Okay.
so one of the things about Fermo, you want me to tell you the story of how I
Yeah.
chose Fermo? So I was living in Los Angeles, and all my kids were in Brooklyn. All 4 children were in, adult children were in Brooklyn. Mom and dad had passed away. I was living in an apartment loft thing in LA. I was renting my home in the suburbs in Upland, California. And I was in a couple businesses, one, the financial world that I was getting discouraged in and didn't love doing anymore. I invested in a escrow company that was being run by a friend of mine. And so I was always heard God telling me to go. He tells everybody to go, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I heard it for a few years pretty strongly, and I didn't have any more excuses because mom and dad were not here. I had no animals. I didn't even have a house plant. There was really nothing dependent on me staying in California. I said, okay, well, God, where do you want me to go? So I tried the globe spin. I spun it and I stopped it and I don't want to go there. So I spun it again and
New Guinea,
stopped. I
right in the
go,
middle of Africa.
yeah, I was thinking, gosh, I don't want to live here either. So then I remembered my heritage. I told a little bit of my testimony about being adopted, and my natural parents are Italian or
Sicilian. Mhm.
Siciliano,
That's a
and
little pepper, right? Those little green peppers.
Siciliano.
I'm kidding.
No, I don't know about the culinary
Yeah,
arts
those
at all.
little you know those little peppers.
The Sicily pepper? Oh, no, I'm not sure about that. So anyway,
They have
I
them at
said,
In and
gosh,
Out. In and Out Burgers has them. Those little chili and
oh, the Italian
pepperoncinis.
pepper. Oh,
Yeah, that's it.
pepperoncini.
Pepperoncini. Pepper.
Okay, pepperoncini, not
I'm sorry.
Siciliano. Okay.
Yeah, my brain,
So
right?
so then I started thinking, okay, I'll move to Italy. Okay, where in Italy? I don't know where to go in Italy. So then I started researching, and after about 6 months, I decided that La Marche, which is the name of a region, I think there's 21 regions in total. And one of the reasons is that it's countryside, it's close to the water, it's close to the mountains or to the seas, close to the mountains. It has delicious food. There's a lot of farms, uh, beautiful, beautiful landscapes because of the farming. It's like this patchwork of olive fields, vineyards, there's orchards, there's sunflower fields. And so they create such a beautiful landscape. So what I started to do is I would, every 3 months, I came out for a couple weeks to do scouting in La Marche where I wanted to live. And I kept staying at the same B&B in Fermo, in the center of Fermo. And I got to know the young family, a husband and wife, and at the time, just one little girl. And we started to have an incredible friendship. And so I would come, and then for 2 weeks, I would go to different cities to see where I wanted to live and where I wanted to stay in Italy. Then I'd return back to LA, plan my next trip. 3 months later, I'd come stay at the same B&B. And I did this 3 times. And on my final trip, I said, my goodness, why not just stay in Fermo? Why am I looking at all these different cities when I really like Fermo? So about 6 months later, I sold the house, I sold everything. I gave away all my furniture of 2 different houses and packed 2 suitcases and arrived in Fermo. And I stayed in the same B&B for a few months. And then I moved to the Piazza, and I lived in the Piazza for about 6 months. And during this time in the Piazza is when I realized the word Fermo means stop. So all this time, God was telling me to go. I didn't know where to go. All this time of traveling Italy, where am I going to live in Italy? When I decided to stay in Fermo, 6 months later, I learned that the word Fermo means stop. And it was exactly like God was telling me, stop. And so I have been in Fermo for, this is my 8th year. May is my
That's
8th
insane.
year.
That's crazy.
Almost a decade here. So it works as I had to get a residential visa, and that's good for 1 year. And during that 12-month period, you have to, if you want to stay, you have to get a more of a long-term visa, which is called permesso di soggiorno. So every year I renew my permesso di soggiorno. So that allows me to stay every year. After 10 consecutive years with a permesso di soggiorno, at the current times, I can become an Italian citizen. And right now I
And you
would
can
be
still
allowed,
be, can you still stay a U.S. citizen too? You have dual?
that's called dual citizenship. Currently, yes.
Okay.
But immigration laws are changing by the hour in every
Yeah.
country.
By the
So
minute. Yeah.
I have no idea what's going to happen in the next couple of years. One of the
Gotcha.
challenges is last year in May, I sold my last business in California. And
Was that May
so,
already? That was a year ago already? Dang.
yep.
Gosh, time goes so fast.
And that life was so difficult. 1 month in California, 1 month here in Italy, 1 month in California. And I was literally killing myself physically, financially, emotionally, jet lag. And
Yeah.
while I was trying to keep a struggling business in California alive, I was remodeling this huge villa here in Italy. And I planted 1,100 fruit trees in the land I bought below. And so all this money was going out. I was losing money in California. I was like, oh my goodness, what have I done? What have I done? But today, life is good. I'm healthy. My children are healthy. I'm talking to my sister and sharing my life in Fairmont.
Amen. Amen. That's cool. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do dual things here. Trying to get my because I can't type in the text down here on my phone. So I'm trying to get over here so I can type in the text over here. It's funny.
Uh,
Sorry. That's why I'm going back and forth on my from my phone to my
oh, I
computer. That's
see.
hilarious. Yeah. Oh man.
Do you have any questions or what would you like?
I'm just kind of looking forward to tomorrow so we can see the ocean and I haven't seen any of that. I've seen pictures you've sent me of different places you've been. So that's kind of look forward to that. It's gonna be fun.
Well, there is no ocean here. This is going to be the sea,
Well,
the seaport city
to
of
me it's all the
Numana.
same, right?
I
It's
know for a
it's
year
salt
I called it
water.
ocean. They
It's
corrected
salt
me. So
water.
now
Yeah, yeah.
it's actually very salty.
That's
The
fun.
sea water is extremely salty. You could float so well. It's not the Dead Sea
Well, you're
salty,
close over to that area. Yeah.
but the Adriatic Sea is very salty and it's very, very warm. And when I first came here, I didn't really like it because there's no waves. I'm used to the waves in Orange County, Los Angeles,
Yeah.
body
Yeah.
surfing, trying to surf.
Since you
And
surf all the time, right?
I tried many times, but
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
very
You
bad.
know, my friend Natalie, she actually used to surf. You know Natalie?
Oh
Remember
yeah,
Natalie?
yeah.
She actually used to surf
Wow.
because she lived in Orange County. Yeah. I'm like, you
Oh, okay.
surf? She's like, yeah. I'm like, dang, that's hilarious. I'd love to see
No,
that.
sir.
Mhm.
Once you're on the board and actually riding a wave, it really is the greatest high of your life. It's just
Yeah.
getting out there with a big board, past all
Yeah.
the waves,
Yeah.
trying to catch
Yeah.
a wave is one thing. But
Without
once you're on the
dying,
board, it's awesome.
surfboard.
And I've
Yeah.
only done it, I've only been on top of a wave, riding the wave, less than 20 times. The other
Yeah.
times I'm
Well,
halfway drowning.
that's
But
20 times more than me.
body surfing, I was pretty good at. But anyway,
Yeah.
they have waves. Here in the sea, there are no waves. They're less than a foot high just from the little wind. But now I love it because you could walk all the way across. You're not afraid of any rip tides. You're not afraid of any
Yeah.
shark attacks. So you're free to walk. There's people that exercise out there. You'll see some old lady doing jumping jacks out in the,
What do you mean
that
some old lady?
well, same age as me. I'm an old man now, I guess.
Yeah.
So
I'm just
you see
kidding. I'm
people
kidding.
exercising, and the first time I went to where we're going to go tomorrow, down below, the beach is called Cirolo. The actual beach is Cirolo. When I went there my first time, 7, 8 years ago, I did see the women that go topless at the beach. But here, but my beaches, no, it's too public, so you don't see. Fortunately,
That's
you
hilarious.
don't see because
And
most of the
Speedos, right? No.
oh, and
Tell me
there's
you
no
don't
age
own
limit.
a Speedo.
There's I will never own a
You don't own a
Speedo.
Speedo, right? Okay, good.
There's no age limit.
Those are horrible.
Name the scary thing in Italy. There is no age limit to going topless. There is no age limit to a Speedo. So you'll see a man in a Speedo. You'll see a lady that just bears it all, and they're 80 years old.
That's
Their
crazy.
their skin is leather brown.
Shoe leather, yeah.
It's shoe leather,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
they walk on the sand with their feet,
The
and they
hover.
pass you by. Exactly. I just go, oh my god! Even
Not
on
to
the
offend
public,
anybody who may be one of those that's watching.
not that there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Name
Oh my
even on
gosh.
public TV, they show nudity on, and
Wow.
children can watch the TV.
Yeah,
They don't they don't cut any of those scenes out.
that's
Those scenes
crazy.
are still alive,
That's
and
crazy.
on the public
But they're not like
channels here.
nasty nudity, right? They're just like normal,
No, it's
everyday,
not.
whatever.
But an R-rated movie is going to remain R-rated through the whole film.
Okay. It's not what I
Yeah.
mean. It's not like a nasty scene. It's just people, that's how they are. They just run around naked. Kind of. No?
No, if there's a sex scene on the movie,
Oh, gotcha.
they don't cut it out
Gotcha.
on the
They
public
don't cut it.
TV.
That's sad. That's crazy. Do you remember
They
Patrick
just
and Suzanne
yeah.
when they went to Germany? They came back and they said, "You can't believe the TV they have there. People are naked and they run around in underwear." Remember? You kind of
I
remember
don't remember that, but it's true in
we were
Italy,
like
that's for sure.
7 and 8 years old. It's like, what? We were tripping out. They go, yeah, they let us drink beer. They don't care how old you are. It's like, dang, what a difference, huh?
Ah, yeah. America is
Hello,
extremely modest.
Sebastian or Sabian, however you say Sebastian.
Um,
We have a guy from New England.
oh, okay. Um, so when we go to Fermo, Fermo is famous. When I talked about the cathedral, what distinguishes a cathedral from a church or chiesa or cathedral is cattedrale or duomo. And what distinguishes or makes a cathedral a cathedral is if a cardinal at one time was the priest of that church. and they call it a cathedral. A normal priest is the priest of a church. A cardinal, who is the priest of a church, that church is now called a duomo or cathedral. So Fermo has a famous cathedral here, and there's very distinct churches, the way they're built uh, in Italy. The sun, the cross is always facing east, where the sun is rising, and west, where the sun is setting, where the Son of God is rising. So the cross will always be on the east. They always face east, and you
Mm,
enter in the west.
mm.
But this Duomo or cathedral is very famous. And one of the reasons is um, the Pope, because we're 3 hours by car from Rome, from the Vatican. But that was only a couple-day journey back in the day, and the Pope loved coming to Fermo.
Mm.
And Fermo became extremely popular or famous because the the Pope loved to come here. And also there's
Mm.
cisterns, there's over 2,000-year-old cisterns that I'll show you the entrance. One day, if people are interested, if you're interested, I'll get a ticket. We'll go down and we'll watch and we'll videotape if I'm not sure live if it would work underground, but the cisterns are fascinating. I've done it 3 or 4 times.
For water,
These are,
right? The water
yeah, the
cisterns or
aqueducts.
wine? Oh, okay.
These are huge, Dave.
Yeah.
They're like
I've
16
seen him. I've
huge,
seen him in Israel. Yeah. It's
right?
crazy. Yeah.
They built these things over
That's way
2,000 years ago. This still works. They've built on top, but these cisterns still work to this day. And then there's on the other side, as you walk up to go to the cathedral, we pass a very well-known, famous theater, the Teatro di Aquila, which is the Eagle Theater. And this is, I don't know how they vote, but it's voted as one of the top 5 theaters in all of Italy.
wow.
And it burned down once, it restructured again. I've actually uh, was able to take a tour.
It's
Uh,
funny that fires seem to be the main theme of a lot of grand buildings they used to have. Oh, it caught
right?
fire. We had to rebuild. It's like, sometimes it's a little suspect. I know you're not at all conspiracy theory at all.
No,
And I'm more on that side, but yeah, it's kind of weird how so much stuff catches fire. Yeah,
yeah, like
crazy.
Notre
Because it
Dame
seems
and
like,
different things.
yeah, like they want to burn down some of the stuff they don't want us to see. Like the have you been to Rome to the what do you call it, Vatican, right? Have you been to the Vatican?
I've
Have
been to
you
the
been
Vatican,
in
but I've never been inside. I didn't go inside.
inside? Okay, because they say there's like so many miles worth of hallways with just book after book after book that they don't let out to the public.
Uh,
So that'd be kind of
oh,
interesting to know what kind of.
what they're hiding.
Yeah. Why aren't you letting us see these books? Let people translate them, get them out. Why not?
Oh, the other thing, not to change the subject because we're talking about books, but in Fermo, they have a world famous library,
Yeah, I'd like to
Biblioteca.
see that.
Oh my
Hmm.
goodness, they have thousands of books that are 400 and 500 years old. They're
See, that's what I'd like to
enormous.
see. Now, do you? So if they're obviously they're written in Italian, right? Is there any written in Greek and other thing? Are they all written in Italian, or do you know?
I don't know. These are
You don't
mainly
know.
scientific philosophy. They didn't have very many romance novels back in the day.
No, I don't mean like that. Because there's
So
a thing
most of these
called
books are,
Haleography. I don't know if you're that what that is. Haleography is like the saints. You know how they would tell their stories. Like this saint was in this town. He did this. All these stories about the saints going back, to the 200s and stuff, and there's so many stories. I just wonder if there's any books like that there. That'd be kind of interesting.
Uh,
Kind of like what's that one thing about the martyrs? The,
the Book of
something
Martyrs.
Book of Martyrs. Yeah. It's like that, but there's just thousands of these books out there that's never been translated because they've been sitting on bookshelves and no one even
Uh,
knows they're there.
well,
So
whatever
I'd be
Latin,
interested in stuff like that. Yeah. In
most of
Latin.
the,
Okay.
so most of the books are written in Latin.
Yeah.
Dante Alighieri, he's the one who wrote the
Dante
Commedia,
Inferno. Yeah.
Dante's Inferno. In fact, I'm
Okay.
reading right now the second book called Purgatorio.
Yeah. Isn't that like the hounds of hell or whatever, where when Jesus went down into hell, don't they talk about that? Isn't that the one that what's his name? The Passion of the Christ, he's writing the second book. I
Uh-huh.
mean the second movie. What's his
Mel
name? Mel
Gibson's.
Gibson. Yeah, he's doing the second movie on that, like the Hounds of Hell or the something.
No, I'm not sure. I haven't heard. No.
Yeah, I think
Well,
that I
anyway,
don't know if that has to do with that. I'm sorry. Just trying
uh,
to keeping it real.
Dante wrote this, the Commedia, which is 3 books: Inferno, Purgatorio, Paradiso, and hell,
What?
purgatory, heaven.
Oh, okay.
And it's unbelievable how intelligent this guy was. But
Yeah.
he gets permission to go into hell and gets a tour of hell, and there are the 9 circles, the 9 rings of hell. Have you ever heard that term?
Wow. Hmm.
And Virgil, a famous Italian poet in the year 0 or 20 before Jesus, he died, I think, the year 16. Virgil is a famous poet, and he wrote back then a famous poem called the Aeneid. So Homer wrote the Odyssey, the Greek literature, 2,500 years ago, and then Virgil wrote Aeneid. Ovid wrote his. These are famous. And then Dante wrote the Commedia. And Virgil escorts him to go through the 9 circles of hell, where he gets to see Satan down below on the bottom floor of hell.
I wouldn't want to go that. I wouldn't want to go
And
there.
and Virgil, he's in limbo. And in the Catholic faith, or they believe, or in this
Yeah,
book, but also,
purgatory.
no, they believe that the people who did not have the opportunity to hear or see Jesus before he was born, they don't get to go to heaven. They don't go to hell. They stay in limbo for eternity. And so Virgil is in limbo because he never got the opportunity to hear Christ or read the Word of God or hear the voice of God.
So do they believe that you can get out of limbo?
No, you're stuck in limbo for eternity.
See, that's so ungodly.
Well, that's
I
not
would
God.
never do
This is
something
the
like
book.
that.
Let me
Yeah, I
explain it.
know.
That's the
I
story.
know.
But and then he wrote Purgatory or Purgatorio in Italia.
Yeah, yeah,
And that's the 7 terraces, the 7 levels
yeah,
where you eliminate, you purge all your sins. And there's the 7 mortal sins: pride,
yeah.
gluttony, blah, blah, blah. And you purge these. And then once you get to the top level, then you enter into paradise.
Mm.
And that's where you've heard of praying for the dead.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard that? So in
Yeah, and
Catholic, when you,
how much money you give, if you give and your whole family will be saved, all this stuff. Yeah.
well, that's different
Yeah.
from the book, but the
Oh, okay. Well, that's what I'm
the
saying. They draw on that and they go, okay, we'll do this. Now we'll make money on this situation.
well, this guy invented this whole purgatorio thing, and
Yeah.
then one of the popes, and then the Catholics ran with it,
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
and the um, praying for the dead means when you pray for somebody who's dead, you
Mhm.
shorten their time in purgatory.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's
Sort of
why
like
they
a
still
Mormon.
pray
Remember
for the
when we
dead.
were Mormon? Remember when we were Mormon for that little stint?
I remember the Boy
Um,
Scouts. That's all I remember about the Mormon
yeah.
Church.
Well, they used to baptize for the dead, so that people who hadn't heard of Christ or the Mormon doctrine, right? You're in hell. So if you accept it there,
Limbo.
someone have you still have to be baptized, right? And so no, they're actually in hell, they think. So then
Oh,
when once someone gets baptized for you can accept that baptism and go on to be with the Father, the Son, or Holy Spirit, whichever one you whatever aspire to. So silly.
ah,
Jesus
wow. Yeah.
Jesus paid it all. And there's the scripture, the Revelation 20, there's a scripture where it says, this is the first resurrection. And it says after that, after the 1,000 years, this comes the second resurrection. Some people say that's these people that are in limbo, the ones that never heard the gospel. Those are the people they
Mm.
believe will come back to life to accept or reject Christ. But
Oh, that's the
I don't know.
Mormon
God,
religion?
no, that's a lot of people are saying now. The rest of the dead, if you read
Mm,
Revelation 20, it says the rest of the dead did not come alive again until after the millennial reign.
mm.
And then they think that's when these souls will come back. I don't believe that. I just know God is fair, God is just.
Just, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it says like where there's no law, there's no sin. But for you to know something that to you that is sin or whatever, if you know instinctively it's wrong to steal from my neighbor, then if you do it, you know you're committing a sin because you know it's wrong, just instinctively,
And
right?
yeah.
Yeah. Because that's God in us, because we were born with that little seed, and I know He's faithful. That's what I do know.
Yeah.
I don't know tomorrow. I don't know yesterday, but I do know
Yeah.
God is faithful.
Yeah.
Amen.
I remember
Amen.
yesterday. Tomorrow, I have no idea. In fact, in the same library, just to tease you relentlessly,
Yeah, yeah.
in
Well,
the
that's
the
not what I
library,
meant. Yeah.
I know, uh, they have a globe that was made in the 1700s
Mm-hmm.
when many people still thought the Earth was flat. They
Mm-hmm.
didn't know it was round. Somebody
Mm-hmm.
made a globe. It's huge. They call it the Globe Rome, and it's world renowned. And it's so new. They didn't have the science we do now, obviously, but it only has 4 continents. They didn't know that there was 5. So on this huge globe, 6 foot around globe, it has 4 continents. And with that same ticket, I'll show you the antique books. I could show you an antique globe, and then we could go under the sea and see the cisterns.
There you go.
One of these times in the piazza in
Okay,
Fermo.
cool. Cool. So, all right, Joe. Well, I don't know. Do you have much more to go through?
No, no, no. That's all
Okay.
I had to really wanted to say. I wish we
Yeah,
could be
yeah,
outside, but
yeah. I like your
we'll
little
do that next
chandeliers
week.
behind your head up there. The little light, are those lights up
Ah,
there? The chandeliers?
yeah, this is
They're
not
pretty.
chandeliers. This is the rustic house. I am
I like
building
it.
a
It's pretty.
modern house in the big house. That's going to be more
Yeah,
contemporary, modern. On the outside, it's this
yeah.
beautiful villa, but in
Well,
the
some people
inside,
like to see the old now. Still, it's the old way. Always, they're nice.
the rustic, well, what I'm
Yeah.
building is a
Too rustic.
resort. So I have the 2 houses. So they have their choice if you want to stay in the rustic house or if you want to stay in the modern contemporary huge villa.
Gotcha.
And um, the garden was planted yesterday. I seeded the garden. We call it a garden, the lawn yesterday, which is enormous. David would freak out if he had to mow this
Yeah.
lawn I
He would
seeded.
just buy a tractor
I need
and
a
just run
tractor.
around a tractor. Yeah, yeah.
You have to have a license to drive a tractor. And I can't
That's
even get
crazy.
a I can't even get a regular driver's license. Today, I filled out the form to get an international driver's license to
Oh,
continue
that's
another year
hilarious.
because
That's
I
funny.
can't pass the silly test.
Do they drive? Okay, you can't speak Italian all the way. So do they
Right,
drive on the left
correct.
side or the right side of the road?
They drive on
Do they
both
drive
sides
like
of the road, but they drive the same
they
as
drive
us.
wherever they want, right?
It's the
That's
same
not
as
what I meant.
America.
What direction? You're
Yeah,
so
it's not
funny.
England. It's not England.
Yeah. So yeah, it's funny how other countries don't cater to other languages like we do in America. It's like now you speak English. Oh well, you can't get help. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. Everything's so backwards anymore. It's
You
funny.
mean well, the language here. One of the reasons I also chose Fermo, it was because it's the old world Italy is here. This is old world Italy, and I thought, oh, I don't want to live in a big city. I don't want to live in a tourist
Yeah.
city. I don't want to live where there's a lot of Americans, Australians, and English, French guys. I want to live in Italy. So this is real Italy, and they don't
Yeah.
speak a word of English. And they, which was cute in the beginning, is kind of a pain in the butt now.
It was
Everything
cute.
is everything is closed on Sunday. They close for 2-3 hours during the week
Oh, they don't
after
do that in the
lunch.
big cities? They
No,
don't do
no,
that
no, no,
oh, okay.
no.
Okay.
And I
That's
remember when I
funny.
first got here, I would be starving at 6 o'clock in the afternoon and have nowhere to eat. And I was living in this B&B. It had a kitchen, but I never cooked. I had to wait like 2.5 more hours to go eat a huge plate of pasta and then go to bed
On a big
and
old full stomach.
full stomach. Oh, my goodness, it was difficult. But now I've learned that the lunch is when you eat all your pasta. And then if you want a steak, a salad, you eat something a little lighter at dinner.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
adjusted, I've learned.
Yeah.
I was close to
That's
getting
funny.
to Fermo 15. I was going to gain 15 pounds when I first arrived here because I love the beer, the pizza, the pasta, the everything, the fruit. Oh my gosh. You can't eat one pear, you eat four. The peaches, everything is just so natural and so delicious. I love the food here. It's amazing. It's so healthy.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just
I
no one has any
made a
money.
great choice.
Nobody has any money to buy the food. Right?
It is
Because there's
a
no
poor
job.
country. I
Because there's
will
no
say
jobs.
they've
Yeah.
taken away a lot of the jobs. They don't pay well
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
And
It's
I don't,
crazy.
it's like, I forgot the term, emigration, because all the youth, after they graduate, they're going to places where there's work. So they're leaving the
Yeah.
country. And
Yeah.
there's a lot of elderly who live here.
Hmm.
So the economy is taking a beating, and Europe as a whole is the last 15, 20 years really went with that globalist mindset where climate change and
Yeah.
globalism,
Yeah.
and it really hurt some of these special, unique economies. At one
Yeah.
time, Lamarque was the shoe purse capital of the world name. And
Hmm.
uh, I don't know the name, Prada, Dolce Gabbana,
Yeah.
all of those were here in Lamarque. And they have outlet stores of Dolce Gabbana, 20 minutes from here.
Well,
Prada, and all of those are Todd's shoes. I
yeah,
don't know
Todd,
any other.
doesn't he live right by you and he flies his
He lives
helicopter
by
in
me,
every day
yeah.
or something then? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
A couple times a week you'll see his helicopter. But him, his brother and sister live on 3 hills close to each other. It's just incredible what they
So they have
own.
walkie-talkies. Hey, what are you doing over there?
Well, I think the
They have
cell phone has
walkie-talkies on their
replaced
hill.
walkie-talkie.
I'm kidding. It's a joke. Yeah.
And below that is the Todd's factory, which is enormous, beautiful, fantastic. That's where I bought a ridiculously overpriced purse for a gift for Katerina, and that was half price at their
Outlet.
outlet store, and I
They're
still
expensive
paid more.
here too. I've seen them in the stores. Like, dang, a wallet was like $400, $300. Like, are you kidding me?
Oh yeah, that's nothing.
No,
And
no
they spend
way.
$150 on shoes, it's $200, $300 a pair of shoes. They don't think about that. Before I came here, I never bought a $200 pair of shoes in my life. Now you almost
Yeah,
have to.
yeah, yep. I know, like jeans too. What, like $20, and some of them are like $500. Are you kidding me? Because they have.
Levi's here name are
No.
120 euro, $140.
Yep, that's insane.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's expensive to live here. I mean,
yeah.
you could buy beautiful homes at a good price, but you're going to pay everything else in euros, and euro is anywhere from 15 to 20% higher than US
Now,
dollar.
do people pay property taxes there every year on their properties like they do here, or just one time you pay one tax and that's it?
When you purchase your first home, you pay a 2% property tax. Any home after that, you pay 10% property tax upfront, but you don't have an annual fee.
So yeah, so you never pay property taxes anymore.
Not anymore, no. And so I bought the
Yeah.
big house. Not that I want to buy any more houses.
Yeah, but I just wondered how that works because like
No.
here, you pay every freaking year for your property taxes. Like, come on, so you'll never own your
Yeah.
home, and especially in California, you'll
See,
never
Florida
truly
wants
own
to
your
take that
home.
away. Florida wants to take
Yeah,
that
because
away.
Florida doesn't have it, right? They only pay one time. Texas too, I
No,
think.
no. Florida's trying to pass, once the house is paid for, you don't have to pay for the property tax anymore.
It doesn't matter if it's paid for or not. You should never have to pay property taxes, but except one, like your car. Why do you have to pay a tag every single year for your car? Write more tickets to these speeders and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Oh, don't
dang,
give
it's
California any more
insane.
reasons to charge us more, charge people more.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Ticket people
crazy.
more. Oh no.
Yeah.
No,
Well, you know
it's
what I mean.
correct.
It's like it's insane. It's insane.
Yeah.
Or at least charge accordingly, right? They don't do that either.
Yeah.
So
Well,
anyway, we can get all
how about if
political,
we
but yeah.
we'll
We'll come
talk
back
again
tomorrow, and
tomorrow.
you'll be at the sea, not the ocean.
Numana. We'll be
So
at the
you'll
seaport.
jump on someone's yacht and say, "Hey, excuse me, I need to make a video here. Can you take me out?"
I'll show you some yachts. I'll show you some yachts tomorrow.
No,
That'll be cute.
no. You jump on someone's yacht and say, "Hey, take me over."
I might get a
This
ticket for
Americana,
that.
who does he think he is? Yes. You wake up eating bread and water the next day. So
I'll be swimming with the
yeah,
fishes.
for sure, exactly. Cement shoes.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
all right.
All right,
Well,
Nate.
I love you, my brother.
I love you.
And
I'll
I
talk to you
will
tomorrow.
talk to you tomorrow morning. Okay,
Okay.
say hi to Catalina.
Okay.
Okay.
Katerina, ciao.
Bye. Bye, guys. Have a good day.